So welcome to the final module, Module 14. This is where you're going to create a final project for this course. Using any media or medium, create a work of art that demonstrates an understanding of the principles and elements of design that we have studied in DMPT 1000 this semester. The main purpose of art and design is to evoke a public debate and personal consideration for a cause or issue, even if the artist is not clear on what that is. The best stuff has some issue behind it, some story behind it that they're telling. For this assignment, your source of inspiration should apply style and symbolism to a modern political event to tell a clear visual story. Many people have already covered the well-known ones, so your goal is to present something unique in a creative and original way that is purely yours. You want to pick something that speaks to you personally so that you feel compelled to tell the story. Do not present a literal interpretation of this issue, but rather use the emotions it evokes to create a collage that tells a new and unique version of these events. Okay, so this is the required format. You're gonna need to submit it in a universal format, such as any of those that can be opened anywhere on anything. If you submit something that cannot be opened, it is the same as not doing it. And so you're going to find that this happens with your clients. If your clients request a file and you send them a Photoshop file and they don't have Photoshop, they can't open your file. So you want to make sure that this is something that's universal. And those are examples. Okay, all of those I can open. I can also open Photoshop, but I really want you not to send me a Photoshop file because those are very large and it's just much easier to send a compressed file. Let's see. Okay, and so we'll go in here now. And here's where you're going to submit the work. So submit your final project in the required format, which is something that is universally openable, which I give you examples of. If you want to be certain you want to use something else, run it past me and say, Ms. V, can you open this? And I will tell you if I can or I can't. And if not, then you'll just want to save it in a condensed format. You're going to describe your work that explains how you chose what you chose. You're going to do your principles and elements principles and elements chart for the style that you chose. Time management document. And remember, if your files are over 100 megabytes, you want to either zip them, upload them as OneDrive files, or load them into another format that will accept them, and just send me the link so that I can make sure I can access them. Don't make it private, okay? And so these are some examples of work that students have submitted that have political controversy around them, so you can see. And it talks about detail about what the student did and why they did it. And these are examples of what to do. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 good examples of good work. Okay. Now, most of them are done electronically, I think, but you don't have to. It just happens to be what, by the time we get here, most students are submitting work that they did not. There's some there's drawing in there. So that's something that they scanned and then brought in and worked on electronically. So they did use colored pencil here. Yeah, but most of these are Photoshop. But you don't have to use Photoshop. Just know that you can use whatever medium you want. What's really, really important is that this is where you demonstrate everything that you've learned this semester in one work of art. Okay? And I would say go back through, one of the best ways to prepare for this is to go back through and read the feedback you got for the previous modules and see if you can use that to strengthen the work that you're going to do for your final project. Okay. Give this one some thought. If you do a really great job with this, it's something that could go in your portfolio. And you're going to need, moving forward, you're going to need to start creating work for your classes, but also stuff that you can take after you get feedback from your final project and modify it so that it can go in your portfolio, because you need to be able to show examples of your work to show potential clients and employers what you can do. what you have done, how you have solved past problems, and how you will solve their problem. And once you guys get to exit review, and whatever you do, don't register for that class until either your last semester, ideally, when you have enough work to put together a portfolio and are about to graduate, because that class focuses on getting a job, or the semester before that when you have done enough work, but maybe you still have general studies classes left to take or one more DMPT class to take. Save it for the end, simply because it's going to prep you for industry, and you want the material you produce in that class to be current, but you also want to have enough past work from your other classes that you can use to create your portfolio. Okay, so if you have any questions about what you're doing here for your final project, please let me know, and I will be happy to answer them. And congratulations on making it this far. I know this is hard. I know we've introduced you to a lot of new concepts and that you've hopefully learned a lot. And remember that this is stuff that you want to hang on to. Everything you've learned in this class doesn't stay here. You don't like leave the semester and forget it. You take it with you into the next semester and apply it and build on it. And so by the time you're out of here in 5 semesters or more, some people take longer, by the time you're out of here, you will have practiced this enough that you will be able to use it to get work and apply it in ways that will help make you a designer. Okay, so please let me know if you have any questions.